And welcome to the Carolina Panther post-game show. I'm the coach, Dick Cox, joined by Kristy Palmer. Big day today at Bank of America Stadium. Got most of the game in before the rains came, but outstanding game, nail-biter. You wanted popcorn to eat on, and I was looking for fingernails, but when it was all said and done, the Panthers got it done, won a huge game today, and are one win away from winning the division.
Absolutely, and just are definitely in the playoffs. Either way, it was a huge game. They're going to be playing football in January and not sitting at home watching it, so it's a huge game for us today.
Name of the game was defense. Again, defense, when you take a team like the New Orleans Saints and a quarterback like Drew Brees and you limit him to one touchdown today, that it was one touchdown, not to a wide receiver, but to his favorite target, Graham, and then a couple of field goals, you've done a day's work right there, though. But, again, great job by the defense of the Carolina Panthers. But when the offense needed to come through at the end of the game on the last drive, Cam Newton and company got it done. Yeah,
and I know that was huge critique of Cam's, can he come from behind, and he's done it like 3 or 4 times now, so definitely, with 55 seconds left, he took him down the field and made huge plays. But like you said, defense was the name of the game today. Greg Hardy, like I said, started it off. Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, all huge for the Panthers.
And you mentioned Kuechly with 24 tackles today.
Yep.
I think that is a regular season team high that I was looking where Dan Morgan had 25 in the Super Bowl, but that's a regular season team high and one away from an NFL high. I think Urlacher had 25 in a game for the Bears one time, though, but just great performance again by him and a lot of players on the defense.
Absolutely, and he also had an interception. And then, Thomas Davis in the last – after the 2-minute warning in the first half, we had a really important, strong, 15 seconds right there. That definitely changed the game for us, with Thomas Davis getting the interception, and then on, basically the next play, D'Angelo's running it for 6. It was great.
Again, what I thought was an unsung hero today was the punter for Carolina Panthers. Again, it seemed like every time that New Orleans got the ball, they were backed up inside their own 20, did not have any real field position most of the day for Drew Brees to be able, I guess, to execute, air it out, though. But, again, a great job by the punting and coverage team today of the Carolina Panthers.
Absolutely. Special teams, I think, has been huge for this team this year. We've had shorter fields to work with on offense, and then, like you said, the punter getting it done today. If you put Drew Brees between the 40s, he's going to kill you every time. I think we saw that when we played them 2 weeks ago, so it was nice for them to make that change.
One thing I guess it was great, too, was the Carolina Panthers special teams were called off guard, that after a score that they recovered an onside kick, but were unable, even with that, getting the ball with good field position, got an extra possession, were not able to convert that into 6 points with a touchdown.
Yeah, it was definitely huge. That was the defense coming through again. Whenever they were put in a situation to where, the Saints were get the ball back, they definitely stepped it up. And the onside kick surprised me. I don't know why, but apparently it was the Super Bowl for them today too.
Again, Peyton's been known to do that before.
Yes,
right
that showed to me they really were taking this game seriously, and they, as they should, come to win, but didn't work.
And Coach Rivera said they had talked about that, but evidently not everybody got the word on that, though. But it was executed perfectly, though, when at the time, you want to you just got through giving up a field goal and you want to keep the ball out of their hands. You want to give it back to your offense. But it was a tribute to the defense to be able to step up and not let them score again.
I think that's been the defense has obviously been the bright spot of this team and for the whole season. The front seven obviously getting it done. The secondary, I think they stepped up today. I know it's been they got killed 2 weeks ago, so it was good for them to make those changes.
And again, we had the opportunity to talk with Captain Munnerlyn after the game right there, and had a chance. I think, and even ask him too, are you playing the best football of your career? And pretty much what he was saying right now was he felt like he was. And we were kind of kidding with him that last week Santana Moss lit a fire on him and asked him, should he have gotten pissed off at Santana Moss earlier in the year to be able to do that? Because he's had a couple of sacks today, had great coverage today, though. But again, I had a chance to see him play at the University of South Carolina. His career there covering him, but I honestly think and have seen him play that he is playing the best of his career.
I agree. I will admit I haven't been the biggest fan of Captain Munnerlyn over the last few years, but this season he's proved me wrong. It's about time. I appreciate that. He's doing well, so it's good.
All right, big task next week. You got to go to Atlanta. Atlanta is the team that has had a very disappointing year this year. They've had some injuries, some players hurt. They've lost Julio Jones, Roddy White been injured off and on. Matt Ryan has not had a good year. A lot of things. They're a team that's got nothing to lose that probably would love to have a spoiler row. Times the Panthers don't go down there and play really well in Atlanta, though. So, what do you see with next week's game? I know Greg Hardy actually said he would buy tickets to give the fans that he wants to go down there and take over the Georgia Dome next week.
Can he buy me a ticket? I want to go. I'll be on that bandwagon. I'll drive whoever wants to go. No, I definitely think next week, this whole season, Coach Rivera said, the next game is our biggest game. And I think that definitely holds true next week. Like you said, the Falcons would love to spoil the division for us. I'm assuming Tony Gonzalez is actually for real going to retire this year, and they would love to, give him a win on his way out. So I definitely don't think we can look past the Falcons.
And the thing that people got to look at, I don't know right now. I have not looked. I don't know who New Orleans has got next week, though.
Tampa Bay.
Got Tampa Bay. And Tampa's a team that's been up and down. That should be a game on paper right now that New Orleans wins, but they play on grass, not on paper. But, there is a huge difference in being a number 2 seed, getting a first-round bye, rather than sliding back into a wild card spot where you're going to have to play all your games on the road.
Yeah, I think it would be huge for us to have especially with Smitty getting hurt today, we don't really know what's going on with that. If we could win against Atlanta, get the 2 seed, first round bye, make sure he's healthy, come back, have a home game, have the fans who are absolutely awesome today. The press box was shaking with people jumping around. I've never seen it like that here. So I think it's huge that we go in, take care of business next week, and get that bye.
You Gamecock fans, it actually felt like Williams-Brice Stadium, the old saying, if it ain't swaying, we ain't playing. I actually felt it swaying, and I tried to even rock it some more, too, to see if I can contribute to it, though. But that's the first time I have ever felt that press box sway like that.
I haven't been in the press box often here, but just being, obviously on the field as a Top Cat, I can assure you it's never been that loud, and people have never – the crowd was just amazing today.
Well, hopefully, if you felt the ground sway being a Top Cat, it was called an earthquake.
Yeah, we never felt that, but I questioned if we were having an earthquake today. I was like, is the press box really moving right now?
and again, you got to get credit to the fans, dedicated fans, because we were sitting there. It was 72 and sunny where we were sitting the whole ball game, though. But when the rains came, and just watching the water pour through the little spouts that come out of the upper deck, I felt sorry for those people. And we saw one man in a rain jacket that it was just coming a shower on his head.
It was also a New Orleans fan, so I didn't feel too bad for him.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Under his poncho, I saw he had a New Orleans shirt on. So.
Well, that's why he was stupid enough to sit there in it, though, that he came from out there, though. So, again, big week for the Panthers. It'll be kind of interesting that Atlanta plays tomorrow night in San Francisco. This is Christmas week, where it's going to change the practice schedule around out there, though. If that will have any kind of effect on preparation for both teams, it's going to be kind of a unique week with having, some time a little bit with the holidays there on how they prepare for the game. And like I say, Atlanta's got to play 2 games and that they play on the West Coast and then turn around and come back and play next Sunday at home.
That's a brutal schedule, especially, traveling, the time change, coming back, have the holiday. They're going to have a really short week to prepare. That's good for us. I think it's going to work
We're looking right now for any advantage we can come, though. But it's just like, for a lot of people out there, it's amazing when you stop and think back going into the New York game here that pretty much that nobody gave the Panthers a chance to win that day. Thought it would be an 0-3 start at that point, downhill to have now come back and are 11-4 right now. So since that point of being 1-3, have gone 10-1 during that stretch, though. That's just an amazing run. And again, just how these guys have continued to get better. They have not let people write them off, and they have done what they need to do.
It's all about Riverboat Ron, right? That's when things started changing. No, I just think this team, the chemistry, everything's really come together. You can tell everybody has their back. Everybody's meshing right now. They all have faith in their coach and, decision that the coaching staff is making. They're just heading in the right direction.
update on Steve Smith that he will have an MRI tomorrow, and I was getting some information from some people too, where he actually said he felt something pop in his knee out there on the field. He did come off the field. Second half, tried to go back out there and play, ran one pass route and limped off, went straight to the locker room and was done. So, hopefully that's not a bad sign. Don't know if he could have pulled something like that though, but we want to think positive on that and hopefully, not think the worst, because again, he is the inspirational leader, and games would not be the same without a Steve Smith fight every week.
Absolutely. He's key to this team. He's key to this franchise, this whole organization. He has been, since day one. They need him. I know that his spirit and he's a leader on the sideline. Obviously, they still got it done today without him in the lineup. Hickson really stepped up and came through, but I need Steve to get better.
Yes.
Ice up, Steve.
Yeah, he needs to be icing up right now, though, and go do that. So I guess now all the people, the Ron Rivera critics and all, that basically said he had to make the playoffs this year. No, we're not standing in the middle of I-85. There's a cart going behind us right here. Had to make the playoffs to keep his job. Well, if that's the case, then go on and sign him back up again.
Man an extension.
Give him an extension. I think he's done a great job. It was a learning process for him, for the team. His defensive coordinator has done a great job this year too. But I want to go and talk about his GM, who has brought in the right players. They drafted well to shore up this defense. The defense was not real good last year, but they drafted the first two drafts on defense, and where's it gotten them? Number 2 in the league in defense.
Absolutely. I think David Gettleman has just really taken this team to, the next level by bringing in, I don't want to say people at a discount, but he's finding talent out there, and keeping us under the cap. And, we have some big, Greg Hardy. I forget who else we have to sign next year, but we have a lot of, big contracts that are becoming. And, Ted Ginn, just bringing in the right people in the right places. I commend him on the job he's done this year.
And you got to stop and look too, not only them, but he's brought some of the guys in. The Giants, Blackburn came in, and you don't forget the guy who made the winning touchdown catch today. I think was a New York Giant that he brought in also right there though. But he gets my vote for Executive of the Year with the things he's done. He's pushed the right buttons. He's gotten the right people in here, made the good deals, and again, this team right now, the future is bright.
Absolutely, and I know people question when you get a new GM, are they going to change the whole coaching staff? I think everything is in place for this team, and they just need to keep going.
So it's a happy story from Bank of America Stadium that the Panthers come through today with a 17-13 win. Right now, they get it done. They got revenge over New Orleans from 2 weeks ago. They're in the driver's seat right now. Maybe this won't be our last trip to Bank of America Stadium this year.
I hope not. I'm ready.
So ready for the playoffs to begin, but got one more big game, road game in Atlanta. We'll have to see if we can't put something together for Atlanta, if we can work something out there, though. But again, outstanding season. Want to keep it going, though. But to the city of Charlotte from the Carolina Panthers, Merry Christmas. I don't think they could have gotten a better Christmas present than they received today.
Absolutely. I mean, Christmas came early in Carolina. It's awesome. This is the greatest season.
And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Kristy, right there. We want to wish all of that, and I'm not going to sing it. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas because I can't even say it right now, but we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, though. And hopefully we'll be back next week from Atlanta to give you a report on a possible division championship.
Looking forward to it. Go Panthers.
Merry Christmas, everybody. See you later. Happy New Year's. Happy holidays.